Glycans. कौन सी है? Heteroglycan. Heteroglycans is a type of polysaccharide. Okay. All right. Let's continue to the next aspect. That is all these heteroglycans. For example, hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid continuously produced in the synovial fluid. Yes or no? Yes. If it is continuously produced, there should be some system to digest it. Okay. Simple. It is a simple rule of human body. Please understand and remember this. Apply this logic. It works 99.9% of the times. The simple rule is anything produced in the human body, anything, be it a sugar, be it a lipid, or be it any substance, anything produced in the human body should be digested and removed by the body. समझ में आया सबको? कोई भी चीज प्रोड्यूस होता है बॉडी के अंदर, एनीथिंग व्हिच इज प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द बॉडी शुड बी डाइजेस्टेड एंड removed from the body. Okay, for example, imagine if hyaluronic acid is produced but it is not digested, what will happen to hyaluronic acid in the body? Accumulates. So the accumulation, what is getting accumulated? Hyaluronic acid. If hyaluronic acid is getting accumulated, the key point which I need you to understand, hyaluronic acid is accumulating, but hyaluronic acid is a type of what? Mucopolysaccharidosis. So the accumulation of mucopolysaccharides in the body leads to a disease called as mucopolysaccharidosis. What is the name of the disease called as? Mucopolysaccharidosis. So the mucopolysaccharidosis, let's continue. What is mucopolysaccharidosis means? Accumulation of what? Accumulation of mucopolysaccharides. Accumulation of mucopolysaccharides. Okay, so this accumulation of mucopolysaccharides are also called as what? दूसरा नाम क्या होता है उसका? Glycosaminoglycans. Glycosaminoglycans का दूसरा नाम क्या है? What is the other name? What is mucopolysaccharidosis? Okay, अब बनाओ ठीक से फोटो जिनको चाहिए. Now listen to me very carefully. In which part of the cell they are going to accumulate? It means there are type of which diseases? Storage diseases. बच्चों, there are type of which diseases? Storage diseases. They are going to deposit in the lysosome. Lysosomal deposition. Okay, so in which part of the body they are getting deposited? In the lysosomes. Okay, there are about 8 types, but which are given by classification MPS, which are given by a short form called as MPS, which is MPS stands for what? Everybody tell me. MPS stands for, last वाले भी बोलना चाहिए, mucopolysaccharidosis. MPS stands for mucopolysaccharidosis. So this mucopolysaccharidosis, there is something called as type 1 mucopolysaccharidosis. Type 1 and type 2, please listen to me. Both of the type 1 and type 2, they have the same clinical features. Everything is same. MPS 1 and 2 is everything is same. Okay, so if everything is same, I have to name it as only one, yes or no? But why do I have to? Because the difference is mode of inheritance. So type 1 is an autosomal recessive inheritance and type 2 is an X-linked inheritance. Type 2 is an X-linked inheritance. In both of them, the substance which is getting accumulated is the dermatan. And also there is a heparin. Okay, heparin and dermatan are accumulated, but only difference between the type 1 and type 2 mucopolysaccharidosis is what? Mode of inheritance. The main difference is mode of inheritance. How a person, because all the storage disorders, all the storage disorder occurs as a result of enzyme deficiency. All the storage disorder occur as a result of what? Enzyme deficiency. Okay. Now these conditions, whenever we are speaking of an enzyme deficiency, please listen to me. Enzyme deficiency is not acquired condition. All the enzyme deficiencies are a genetic condition. So since it is a genetic condition, from the childhood itself there is a deposition will start, but it might manifest in the later time of the life. It might manifest in the later time of the life, but the disease starts at the time of birth only. So this is type 1 is called as Hurler's syndrome. Type 1 is called as, what is that? Hurler's syndrome. There is other name for called as Key syndrome. You can leave it, but I want you to remember MPS 1 is also called as Hurler's syndrome. Please repeat everybody. MPS 1 is also called as Hurler's syndrome. Okay, MPS 2 is called as what? Hunter's syndrome. Okay, now other things, if you can remember. If not, okay, but I want you to remember the type 9 because this is very important. Okay, because the type 9 occurs as a result of deficiency of an enzyme called as Hyaluronidase. What is the name of the enzyme deficiency? Hyaluronidase. If hyaluronidase is not there, which mucopolysaccharide is not metabolized? Which one is not metabolized? So automatically which organ of your body, which organ system is affected? Skeletal system, basically joints are affected. So there is a joint swelling. There is a joint swelling which occurs as a result of deficiency of which enzyme? Hyaluronidase. It's a type of which inheritance? Autosomal recessive. There is a person who described the disease. That's why named after him, called as Natovic syndrome. Called as which syndrome? Natovic syndrome. Called as which syndrome? Natovic syndrome. Okay. So since named after a person, Natovic syndrome. Named after a person, there is one more syndrome. Can you tell me what is this Gopalan syndrome? What is Gopalan syndrome? अब चैट जीपीटी करने के लिए भी सोच रहे हैं यार, चैट जीपीटी करेंगे, बंदा क्रॉस क्वेश्चन पूछेगा, करो करो कोई नहीं. What's Gopalan syndrome? It's just a B5 deficiency. Peripheral neuropathy. The other name for peripheral neuropathy, Gopalan syndrome. Called as what? Gopalan syndrome. Called as Gopalan syndrome. Clear? Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. Let's continue to the next aspect, dietary fiber. Again, let's blast about the influencer. Let's talk about the. I am very much interested to talk about this because so many myths which are present. Okay. Or above all that, these medical students start to believe it. That gets me even more frustrated. Okay, dietary fiber. Everybody is telling you take dietary fiber, take dietary fiber. Oats contain lot of dietary fiber, yes or no? Oats contain lot of dietary fiber, yes or no? Yes. Okay. All the vegetable contain lot of dietary fiber, yes or no? Yes. So many of you are like, no, vegetable में dietary fiber will not be there, but I will eat oats. Your vegetable does not have dietary fiber. It does. Okay. Now let me talk about dietary fiber. Audible? Yeah. I'm flexible to change my voice. It's okay. Now, when we are speaking of dietary fibers are a type of complex sugar. Are they simple ones? Are a complex sugars? If they are a complex sugars, they are digested by the body or not digested by the body? If they are not digested by the body, automatically they go into the intestine, yes or no? Yes. And at the same time they go out of the intestine? Yes. So all of these are a sugars? Yes or no? All the dietary fiber are a type of complex sugar which are not digested by the body. If they are not digested by the body, automatically that sugar goes into the GIT and comes out in the stool. What stool? Automatically bulk of the stool will be increased. So dietary fibers whichever consumed in the food, dietary fibers which are consumed in the food are not digested by the body. Rather they are helping us the defecation. Rather they are helping us for what? Defecation. Clearly understood everybody? So the dietary fibers are a simple sugar or a complex sugar? Digested or not digested by the body? If they are not digested by the body, they are going to help you what? Defecation. Yes or no? Yes. So that is why one of the commonest complaint associated in a senile people. Senile people means age more than what? 60 years. Age more than 60 years. So in the senile people, they have one commonest complaint. Everybody is complaining of constipation. Then if they have a difficulty in passage of stool, right? Old age. So for them, every time when they go to doctor will give an advice. What is the advice we give? What is the advice doctors we give? So high fiber diet or a fiber rich food. Why we are telling them to take fiber rich diet? The reason is very simple, dear students. Why? Because fiber rich foods help the defecation. Okay. So the aspect is very simple. The role is they decrease the constipation. And also in a long term, they reduce the risk of colon cancer. Which cancer? Colon cancer. They reduce the risk of colon cancer. Finally, let's note this down. This was the previously asked question. Okay. So dietary fibers reduce what? Colon cancer. Okay. And this can become one more complex question because there is no theoretical proof, but there is a clinically we are finding dietary fibers reduce the risk of two diseases. So what are the two diseases? The two diseases are simple things that decrease the risk of diabetes mellitus. But how we don't know it? They decrease the risk of atherosclerosis. Again, not proven. atherosclerosis. Okay, so atherosclerosis, diabetes, and reduce the risk of colon cancer and constipation management. All of them are helped by